Hey folks, this is a response to the TruRae on the Code of Humanity, the power of you. But I don't call it the power of me. I call it the power of the human being. I'm going to reflect back about 20 years ago when I first moved here to New Hampshire. I had a job, a place called the Music Stand. I was assistant warehouse manager, but the warehouse manager pretty much stayed in his office and did paperwork and whatnot. I ran the operations in the warehouse, made sure orders got out, this, that, and the other thing. Music Stand was a mail order catalog of the arts. We sold things from mugs to plaques to printed t-shirts to ballet bars to art prints, pencil, you name it. If it had to do with the arts, we sold it. And towards the last days there, we had a unique set of employees. We had a gay couple, Terry and Albert, good people. I can remember going into the office, heading to the inventory control manager's office, because the computer said that we had X number of something and we didn't have any in the damn warehouse. None. And it was nothing that we did in-house. And I can remember he was on the Terry, no, it was Albert, excuse me, long time ago, was on the phone with a customer, and the customer was being a bit irate because, well, one of their items was on back order. And I can remember hearing him in a loudish voice saying, "Listen, Missy, you don't need to get bitchy with me. I don't control things here. I'm just telling you." And I can remember thinking, well, we just lost a customer. But it turned out that customer bought another $500 worth of stuff. Came the opportunity. We worked next door to a division of human services. And they offered us some people to work in the warehouse to do simple things like bundling up 10 pencils. And they came with people that would guide them. Some of them did. We had this one girl you'd lay out 10 pencils. She would pull out the pencils, line up those 10 pencils, then put them all together and put a rubber band around them. And that was a sewing unit. We had several others that could do very simple things. We had one gentleman. His name was Greg. Every day, he'd come back into the shipping department. And we'd set him up, and all day long, he'd put on first class stickers. And when we'd get down on the first class, and we'd have a bulk of priority, we'd move them over and say, okay, put these stickers on. He'd put priority stickers on things. But he always had a smile. He was developmentally handicapped. He'd do that all day. Every day, he'd bring in a rose, just one single rose. And he'd give it to one of our packers. And that day, she was his girlfriend. He'd have lunch with her, he'd break with her, he'd just talk. Big advantage was that our company only had to pay $2 an hour, and the state and whatnot would pick up the rest up to minimum wage. He didn't need a guide. We could very easily tell him what to do. The girl that would bundle 10 things together, she'd have to have a coach there for maybe half a day and help her out. But Greg, he always had smiles. Always smiling. He brought so much joy. That lasted about 2 Christmas seasons. The general manager couldn't stand them. They're stupid. I'll have to tell you, our production was higher when Greggy was there than when he wasn't. I really fought to keep them on. He didn't want to hear it. It eventually cost me my job. But I can't work at a place like that. The prejudice. As far as the polls shifting, couple 3 years back, you can go back into, on my other channel, you can go back and look at a few of my videos. I mentioned that the sun's not tracking across the sky in the right place. I'm not saying it's 12/21/12 that it's going to happen, but the polls are shifting. It's happened many times before. Global warming is a farce. We've been global warming since the last ice age. And it wouldn't surprise me if we went back to another. Everything is for a purpose. Mother Earth has to cleanse herself every now and again. And right now, the way things are, I can't think of a better time for Mother Earth to cleanse herself. It's a sad world we live in now. Terry and Albert, I had dinner with them a few times. No, I'm not gay, but I hold no animosity on them. They were happy. Nothing more in the world. Greggy was happy. I wish I could be as happy as he was, and as full of love as he was all the time. Little things can make you really open up your eyes, especially in reflection. There's a lot of hate in this world now. We need to be rid of it. There's a change coming. You might say it's the end of the world as we know it. But you can also say it's a new beginning. And in a lot of ways, I'm looking forward to that new beginning. Peace all. Show love. Show respect. Hug people. I do so in little ways. Every day. It could be the worst day of my life. But at work, somebody asked me, how you doing? I'm fantastic. And I show it. And you know what? A person could be having a bad day. They could be a little bit grumbly. But at least I can give them a smile. Anybody can be okay. Takes a little bit more to be fantastic. And you know what it is? It's by choice, not by chance. All I gotta say about this. Peace out, folks.